So it's nearly the end of the day. We are just going to prepare the diff for welding tomorrow. But what I did was I wanted to see if I could weld this diff without having to take the axles out and take off the hubs and all the rotors. So what I did was I took off this main bolt, and then I took off the 3 bolts on each side, and I've managed to lean it enough. Well, I think I've lent it enough so that I can actually get access. I was thinking about this because it makes it easier to, otherwise this is like maybe an hour and a half of extra work. So it seems like at this point we can just take the cover off, weld it, put the cover back on, fill it up, and that's it. So I just wanted to try that out and show that it can be done. So let's go ahead and take the cover off. Alright, so it's all clean, ready for welding, and to my surprise, so I've already welded one of these diffs before, but you gotta believe me, you gotta trust me guys, I'm not crazy. The opening on the last diff that I welded was not that big. The opening on the last diff that I welded was like this big by this big, and I could barely fit the stick welder in there. So as soon as I saw how big the opening is in this diff center, I am ecstatic. Like, that is going to be so much easier to weld than the last one. I mean, even though the last diff didn't break here, it actually, the whole bit here kind of broke off. So the last diff didn't break, that's great, but this over here broke. So I mean, yeah, so basically the hole to access the spider gears is bigger in this diff, and it's going to be easier to weld. But I was just so taken back by when I opened it. It looks so different from the last diff that I did. So we got it ready for cleaning. Tomorrow, first thing in the morning, I will weld this thing up, close it up, fill it with oil, and I'll move on to other projects.